There's an interesting correlation between networking and career progress. And this has been written about by an interesting American writer called Harvey Coleman, who has a theory. He calls it the pie theory of career progress. And P of the pie stands for performance. And he says, sounds outrageous, that 10% of your career progress depends on your performance. In other words, how well you do your job. Surely that's nuts. Surely how well you do your job is 90%. And he says, no. He says, to get into the organization, you got to be good, really good. Everybody's outstanding. Everybody does a super job. Doing a good job is mandatory. It's the minimum. It gets you on the pitch. It doesn't get you, progressing through the organization. He said, you get paid on performance. You get promoted on what other people think of your potential, which is kind of interesting because he's introducing those pesky two little words, other people. So if performance is not what's required for career progress only, what's the rest of his theory, the I and the E of his pie theory? Well, the I is your image, and he says that's 30% of career progress, and that's what people think of you. What are you known for? What's your reputation? The definition of your reputation is what somebody says about you when you're not in the room. So he says that's really important. You got to do a great job, but you got to have an image. You got to have a personal brand, and your personal brand becomes important. And that's finding out what's true and authentic about you and letting other people know. And then the E of the pie theory. What's that? And that's 60%. And he says E is exposure. Who's seen you in action? Who's seen you deliver? Who's seen you perform? Who's seen you speak in public? How well known and how much exposure have you within your organization? How much exposure have you with outside your organization? So if that theory is correct, and I've talked about it to many C-suite people in different countries, and they all agree it's pretty much correct. That's got some real implications for building your network and how you develop your career and how you build up sponsors and people who have your back and people who speak well of you when you're not around, and whether you look like you could carry out a position at a higher level. So having a network to support that is an important element.